Howdy out, Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with day 11 of May I Scraplift You. Today's featured creator is Ashley, the Scrapping Nerd, and I will post all her links below. So I will pop up the Scraplift that I am working from that she did, and I love how she used the frames and all that stuff. So I thought it would be the perfect one for me to scrap lift. Now, if you notice, if you've been watching all month, so far we've been playing with the Simple Vintage Strawberry Fields. And I am down to the bare bone scraps. I might be able to eke out a few cards from it, but we're shifting gears, and I have another 6x8 pad of the Simple Story, Simple Vintage, Life in Bloom. Y'all know this is one of my all-time favorite collections. And I got this off of Peachy Cheap. And it came with these stickers, this ephemera, and this ephemera pack with the flowers in it. And this is what I'm going to try to use for the rest of the month. Oh, and it also comes with this sticker book. So, I do have a few things. But, I'm combining today's, I'm working on this filming during National Scrapbook Weekend. And I am doing, over at Basher Scrapbook Stash, one of the challenges is to use, pretty much doodle out your own little things, designs, flowers, you know, hearts, whatever, and then use paint, watercolor, ink, whatever to color them in, and then use 5 of those items on a page. So, I am going to pause here and let you watch my process of creating all of these, and they go perfectly with this collection. This is something I fussy cut from the paper, but you can see the colors are amazing, and I just did basic, and so I will let you guys watch that. Okay, so I'm bringing y'all along for this process. I am working through the National Scrapbook Day challenges. This one is for Basher Scrapbook Stash, and it is to draw out and then paint your own embellishments using watercolors, paints, inks, whatever. So I just doodled. They're not the best, but I just kind of wanted to show y'all since this will be going into a layout. So I just have some water, a brush, my watercolors. These are just cheap. These are from I think this is a Dollar General set that was like $3, or maybe even Dollar Tree. And then I have a bottle of water because I like to mist all of my watercolors just to get them kind of moving and working and all that stuff first. So, then I am just going to go in and add some water to my shape. And then I'm just going to pick whatever color I want to use. I need some more water in this one. I think I'm going to do this. Mix it up a little bit. Water it down just a little bit more. And since I already have water, it'll help spread. Now, I am not a watercolor artist. I'm not the greatest at it, but I do enjoy doing it. It's fun just to play around with. And, so I'm not an expert by any means, just so you know. But this is anything, like any mixed media. Y'all have heard me say it once if you've heard me say it a million times. I really do enjoy playing with mixed media, and it's trial and error. It's just having fun. There is no mistakes. You know, whatever you do, it can always be fixed. But I know this looks ugly right now, but I promise it gets better. I need one of those spray bottles you can flip upside down and spray with. It would be probably a lot more productive that way. So, and I am using a piece of watercolor paper that I doodled on. And it's just from, this is just like a Dollar Tree, like a $5 pack. And it's pretty good. I like it overall. But I'm just going with a little bright, springy look. You can see I've already did some of the green on my leaves. And I wanted to go back in and just add a little different shade of green to it. It just helps add some dimension. And then of course you have to fussy cut everything out. But if you wanted to do like a background or something like that, you totally could. And it would take, and you could make a really pretty watercolor background. And then you wouldn't have to fussy cut it. You just have to plan it out a little bit better so that everything's where you want it to be. And I'm not going to sit here and show y'all me painting every single thing. I just wanted to kind of show y'all my process, and I'll cut in and out and then piece it together when I get to the next part. So, and this one I didn't add water to beforehand on the heart, so you can tell it's a lot darker than, say, if I just watered it first and then added some color. And that's probably a little bit too much water, so I'm just going to take my paper towel and dab it, and even then it gives you a different look. See, I have a lot of water on my brush, so that's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to work on painting these other things on the page. And then, alright, so I'm back again. As you can see, it's all dry. You can still see the pencil marks, and that's okay. So, the goal of this is to leave everything really loose. So, all I'm going to do, I'm going to use this Sharpie S-Gel .7 pen. Now, you can use any black pen, fine line pen, whatever. It's no big deal. I also have these that I like to use, and I have different numbers. But I really like these pens. I use them for my writing out my journaling and whatever. I really like them. So, pretty much all you're going to do is just go in. Just keep your lines loose. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. That's the fun of it. You can go in. You can add in some like little centers and all that stuff. Now, sometimes it does pick up a little bit of the paint. So, to fix that, all you need to do is have your little paper towel, and you can just wipe your pen right off on it, and it'll be good to go again. So, you could also use an actual Sharpie if you wanted to. So, just going to go through and do the same thing all the way around. That one's just doing my leaves. And then I have these circles, and they're not perfect circles, so I'm just going to go around multiple times on them. Just to give them a little bit of something. And then even if you wanted to, you could go back in and you could do like some little polka dots on them with your pen. And then you could also fussy cut these out and use these as your center for your flowers if you wanted to. So I'm just going to do the same thing. You could draw in hearts, you could draw in lines. I mean, the sky's the limit. It's just you being creative, pretty much, whenever it comes to this stuff. So I'm just going to roughly go around it. I can always go back and do another line so that it, you know, looks like it's supposed to be imperfect. Y'all know I'm a go with the flow. I'm not a perfectionist by any means, so I really like the look of the wild and careless look. And I'm not going to worry so much about my centers because I may go back with like some, the little stickles or an enamel dot or whatever and just put in the center of them. So sometimes it does help to turn your paper a little bit. This one has a little bit of paint that's a little bit thicker that I painted on, so you can see that it caused it to skip a little bit, but I'm fine. It even adds to the look even more, so I'm good with it. Now, I did use watercolor paper. They do make watercolor erasers, and some of y'all may have those, but if not, if the pencil lines bother you and you don't want them on there, you can totally just take a pencil in and go in and erase them. Make sure you're using a pencil with a white eraser so that it doesn't leave black marks all over. But you can also take your watercolor eraser. And I didn't know about this till I actually took an online watercolor class, but it just looks like this. It kind of almost looks like the putty that goes on the wall. But you can totally just rub this over, and it causes it not to shred up your watercolor paper. But you can see how it's erasing it if you don't want the lines on there. I don't mind them so much. You don't really see them once you start tracing and all that stuff. So, I mean, but pretty much y'all get the point. I'm not going to sit here and make y'all watch me do all of these because I still have the video of the layout for y'all to watch. So, I'm just going to go around like this on this one for these berries. This is very much channeling my inner Vicky Booten because, you know, she does a lot of Friday Night Lives like this, and I love her. It's always so inspiring, and I love it. But, alright, so, you know, you just continue on. Just keep going. You can always, like I said, do multiple lines. On these circles, whenever you go in, like I said, I like the free look. But you can always, if you wanted to, you could totally draw in some lines in here and give them some stripes. I kind of like the skipping look because it adds more of the watercolor effect. But you could totally, like I said, do lines. You could do it again and just make a grid on there. And what was once looking pretty rough and ugly starts turning into some really cute art. So definitely try your hand at it. by the time y'all see this, of course, National Scrapbook Day will be over and the challenges, but you can always do this. It does not have to be, you know, just because of a challenge. You can do it just to create and try and have fun with it. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Pretty much all I will do is go back and I will just fussy cut my pieces out. I'll go ahead and do that so I don't have to stop it and start the video again. But, I just go through and we'll just fussy cut all of them. And voila, you have an embellishment that you created yourself. Let's see. Let's cut out one of the circles up here. And, well, I was going to do a flower, but I don't think I'm close enough to go in and get any of them, really. Let's see. We'll try to get this one off. I need to finish coloring in the other ones before I start doing crazy stuff. And voila, you have a flower. You have some circles, we have some hearts, and like I said, on these circles here, I'll just go ahead and cut one out real quick and show you what I'm talking about. You could totally take one of these circles and use it as your center for your flower. And you could pop dot it up. And look how dimensional that looks. But yeah, it's still just 2 layers of paper. And it's pretty flat overall. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that little extra bit. And, let's see if I can show you closer. Ooh. Alright. So, back to the layout. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that and that it inspires you to create your own, to have fun. I did just cut out this on my Cricut to create the frames, and I am actually going to do a little bit of mixed media for my background, and I thought since I have so much color going on that I would just do a gray. So I'm just going to use my weathered wood and just do the packaging technique on it. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water. And this is just textured cardstock from Walmart. So it's not anything fancy. Now, I still don't want to add a lot of water because I don't want it to wrinkle up my page. It's amazing that that actually goes quite far. I might actually be able to pick some of this back up since it's still wet. Let's see if I can put it down here. Oh yeah. That way I don't have to add more. Alright. So, we have that part done. And I think I'm just going to use my gold shimmer brush. Just going to shake it up. And if you shake it like this, it will give you bigger drops versus if you tap it like this, it gives you the finer dots. And I don't know how much of that actually shows up on camera, but I really enjoy it. I like the shimmery. Okay, so then I'm kind of just going to lay my frames down like Ashley did. I absolutely love her channel. Y'all should go over and check her out, even if you don't Scraplift her. Okay, and I'm just going to glue this down. I'm not going to put it, I've got the gold all over the frame, but it's okay. It's not going to matter at all. Alright, I might have to end up flattening this page out at the end after all. Alright, I don't need that. I don't think water's going to hold my paper down. Alright, and I didn't even tell y'all what the pictures are, but of course you can see that it's me. But these are pictures from, I wanted to kind of lay it like she has hers, but like, so that I can see it. I don't know if I'll be able to once I put everything down, but we're going to go with it. These are actually pictures of me at a online crop. These were for the challenges. You had to take one with a hat on your head. This one you had to take in your scrapbook room or wherever you craft. And there's a few other ones that was pretty funny, but I don't have room and nah, I don't really like them. They're pictures of me, so I'm my own worst critic, right? We are our own worst critics. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and put my pictures down. And then that way I can just build around them. Okay. So then I want to add my camera in. I think I'm going to put it down here. And I'm getting the gold on everything. Alright. And then all I'm going to do is just work on building clusters with all my flowers and stuff that I created. And these turned out so good. I'm so impressed with myself. Because if, you know, I mean, if you try it, they have to go through the ugly phase, you know? You're like, ew, I don't have any drawing skills, and it's not great, but these are not good drawing skills. Y'all saw me just scribble it on there, and it turns out great. So, you never know until you try, right? Alright, so, let's see. Let's just start out. And some of these I did pop up. I know I didn't show this part in the video, but I popped up some of them on foam tape and just used the centers. A lot of them I took and layered up with just one of the little flowers I'd made, and then I still just put like some bling in the center of them. So you can see, you know, I just layered up flowers, and I think it's really pretty, like the interest that it adds and the dimension it adds, and yet they're really not dimensional other than the little piece of foam on these, but some of them don't even have foam and they look very dimensional. So a great way to make something stay flat, but to look dimensional. And I'm just going to build some clusters using all these things and just keep tucking. I'm sorry if you hear my cat over here. He's in one of my baskets and it's got some packaging in it. But he's it's actually my older cat, Whiskers. He's over here making him a bed, making it more comfortable. Any of y'all have cats, you know what I'm talking about. How they have their one little spot that they want to be for a couple weeks until they move on to something different. Well, that basket has been all three of their favorites for, they've switched out over the past couple months. It'll be one's favorite and they'll fight over it, and then the next one will get it. And okay. Maybe I will just put a little flour over that glue. And then I did put all these little ones. I just put like little bling centers and stuff like that on them. So let's see. Let's glue all this in. And what I like is that it has all these florals, but like I said, the colors match so well. Like you can like just glue right into it, and it's going to make it look seamless. Like, actually, probably should have only put glue on half of that and cut it in half first. And then I can use it somewhere else also, because I'm not going to need all of it. Just tucking it here and there and everywhere, and now I've got glue on my hand. But I mean, pretty much all you're doing is building clusters. Let's see, let's add the other flowers on first. Let's do the yellow one over here. And you could totally put these on foam tape to pop them up even more and add more dimension to your page if you wanted to. I love them. I think it turned out so good. And it's a great way. I mean, it was one piece of paper, a little bit of time to watercolor and fussy cut it. And you have all these extra embellishments, which, considering I am trying to make a collection stretch with a small amount for at least, let's see, today's the 11th day, so over 15 layouts I need to pretty much get out of this collection. Might be a little rough to do, but we will see what happens. Okay, I think I'm going to add some of the little embellishments over here and up top just to kind of help tie things together a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, I got some plastic from something. I'm just going to stick that there. And then, let's see, maybe add a flower here. Probably add a small leaf to this one, since I have a green heart already there. Let's see here. Could put this one up here to kind of just keep framing it up. And I'm just using Ashley's inspiration of how she did her little clusters in the corners. And then the pictures in the center. So that's kind of the route I'm thinking, where my brain is going. You could totally make all different kinds of leaves. Just remember, if you're going to do it, try to keep the shapes simpler, just so it's easier to fussy cut. this one on foam and put it up here. Kind of want to sprinkle the hearts in so that it looks like, you know, they go with it. Let's do that there. I think this is the challenge by, I think, Jessica Scott Quinn over on Basher Scrapbook Stash, to use these to create your own embellishments, and I love it. And I kind of did something like this before with Vicky Booten, where I think she did trees. I think we doodled trees or something like that. And I think it was around Christmas time. And I actually made a bunch of those and used them on a lot of different things. So this is so fun to me. Like, I love it. And I always want to do it. But, you know, how you want to always do all the things, but you don't have all the time. That's me. I want to do all the things, but I don't have all the time to do them. And some stuff, and my memory's so bad that some stuff, you know, I just forget about wanting to do until I see it again, and I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. Let's add in some little blue ones down here and break up the little color patterns a little bit. I think I like that. Let's add some glue there. And then I kind of want a blue heart because I don't have a lot of blue over here on this side. See if I can pop it up. I probably should use my roll of thin tape, but it's okay. We will make it work. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add in the title. This one's Just Be You, because that's the only person you can be, right? You can't be anyone else. Okay. And then I just have these little butterflies I pulled from the ephemera pack. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to actually use them or not. I kind of like that there. Okay, I'm going to move this flower and put a butterfly there. And I'm going to pop this on foam. You know, I really love this, like, so much. And it's amazing to me that this looks so full and embellished, and this camera and these two butterflies are actually the only thing we used from the whole collection. So we got a lot of bang for our buck making our own embellishments. So if you have a collection you love and you don't have a lot of other things to go with it, totally consider making your own so that you can stretch it further and get more out of it. And I'm just tucking all these in here and there and here. I think I'm going to add another leaf right here. And I think that's going to be pretty good. But y'all know me, I just keep it going. I think it's good, but let's add more. I definitely used more than the 5 pieces required for the challenge. Okay, I'll just glue that down there. Okay, And then I can probably just do my little bit of journaling there if I want to say, you know, this was at online, this was the challenges for an online crop, and all that good stuff. So, with that being said, that's going to be the layout today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you will go over and check out Ashley that I scrap lifted. And always check out Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. Even though National Scrapbook Day is over, they have some kind of challenges going every single month. They do something special over there, and I love that group. So, until next time, bye y'all.